Hello and welcome to the first video on this channel in about a year. It's been a year since I last uploaded to this channel. I know that's crazy. I will be shocked if this gets views on this channel, but hopefully it does because I advertised it elsewhere. But welcome to What's Going On. And this video is probably going to be titled What's Happening, Big Update, or, something along those lines. You may, if you've only ever seen me on this channel, you may notice the room's completely different. You may even notice some of the Lego sets, but that's not too much on why we're actually here. So this channel, as some of you may know, I created it back in 2020 as an experiment during COVID. I just wanted to see if I could start a second channel and see where it would go. Done a few videos on here. I don't actually know how many. I've got a few thousand views total on the channel, and I think it's got 200 something, 230 something subscribers. Don't quote me on that, but it's around that number. And in that time, in the last year, I've kind of indulged myself in other hobbies and other interests I have, like retro media, collecting physical media, games, and action figures. And now, initially, I wasn't going to make content on it, but, through the live streams, and if you've been paying attention to my main channel, I've been doing the live streams. It's something I was never big on doing. I would do them occasionally on TikTok and what have you, but I kind of decided I wanted to bring that here. And, well, as a result of bringing it onto YouTube, I kind of was able to grow the main channel quite well, and I was kind of thinking, this channel has sat dormant for a while. I didn't even realize that it had been a year, but it has. And I was thinking, what if I use this channel? Because the whole idea around this channel's creation was it'd be a home to the content that I liked, or things that were experimental that I didn't quite feel were for the main channel. Because I only upload 2 days a week on the main channel. They're Lego videos. I don't want to ruin it by doing one of those videos as like here's the Blu-rays or something that I picked up this week, because that kind of ruins it people who wanted to see, Lego Hans Moleman or, something else. And, to give you guys an idea of what I'm talking about, here's some of the other stuff that I do collect. And I'd like to point out, the channel is no longer Captain Rice Productions 72 Extra. Let me elaborate on why. I want to give it a name that's a little bit different. I want to be related to my other stuff. If you watch my other channel, then you see this video being suggested or something, you'll understand it's me. But it's now called Rex Collects. And that name, I was in work, and to be honest, that name just popped into my head. And it's kind of what I want to go with. I do apologise, the shelves are a mess. They're actually currently, weirdly enough, the last video I uploaded to this account is called Organising My Shelves. Well, a year later, we're kind of doing the same thing here. That's kind of where I'm going with this. Like I said, I'm into retro gaming. I collect both VHS, Blu-rays, all that kind of stuff. Action figures and kind of weirder Star Wars stuff, which you're going to see. And it's kind of what I want to do videos on. I don't know how often that these videos are going to come out, but it's something that I've just had this idea the last couple of weeks. I thought about creating a whole new channel, because I'll admit, I kind of forgot that this channel even existed. And, it's a shame. But here's what I'm talking, the kind of stuff we're going to bring to on the channel. And some of you who've watched this may know the most viewed video on this channel, over 7,000 views or just about there, was my video from about 6 years ago now. Wow, this channel's 6 years old. That's crazy. Is me showing off a very small amount of Xbox 360 games that I had at the time. Because that's kind of the generation of gaming that I seem to favour the most. And I thought, I have a lot more stuff like that now. We could make an interesting content and just see where it goes. Like, for example, that small game collection has, it's turned into something nuts. Different consoles that weren't there before, stuff like that. And it's like, physical media is a big thing about what I do. And it is an interest. I mean, yeah, look. You see the Star Wars, Lego, the Indiana Jones and stuff. If you guys are more about that, the main channel with the way you go, you all still occasionally get content involving this stuff on here, but it will no longer be the main focus of what the channel is about. And this is some of the other Star Wars stuff we will talk about. Stuff like the VHS, different copies and stuff like that. There's an interesting thing I've got here. These are Star Wars cup toppers from 1999 for, the Phantom Menace release from cinemas, stuff like that. I also do like things with action figures, which is something I've recently really started to get into collecting, strangely enough. But this is the direction the channel is going in. I'll be honest, right? I don't know how this will work, but I have a vision. And I want this channel to be something rather than the side channel that I created during COVID that eventually died. Because I'll be honest, this channel has had so many, it's had to be revived moments because I've lost interest, or most of it is just me forgetting. And it is an absolute shame that that keeps happening. And, you know, I want to do more stuff with the channel because, you know, this one will start to get shorts. I don't know if live streams are going to be a thing on this channel. Maybe if I'm doing stuff involving physical media or any of the things we've talked about, sure, I'll do a live stream. But I still think the main channel will always be the home of live streams. That maybe is just how I choose to do it. But, you know, if you've stopped by to watch this video, first video in a year, I'll come back tomorrow. I'm curious to see, like, how many views this gets. But maybe update, I think the thing I'm excited to do is an updated Xbox 360 game collection video. But I'll see you guys in the next video, and if anyone's actually here who was watching these videos beforehand, thank you very much.